What's up, everybody? My name is Brandon McCollum, also known as BMcC, and this is Nice Minds. I'm with a very, very special guest today, Katie McDonough. How are you doing, Katie?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good considering this crazy year, or crazy couple years, I should say. The pandemic has just
Yeah, we're
been,
at two now.
yeah, 2 years. I can't believe that.
Yeah, that's right. I got in one show right before the quarantine happened.
I haven't done any shows since the pandemic. So a little background. I know you from the Twin Cities hip hop scene. We've never met in person, but we've been friends on Facebook for years, and I've always
Yep.
seen you doing your thing, hustling. So you own Real Deal Entertainment, and you manage a. I mean, I think I saw like 10 artists at least. How many artists do you manage?
I think we have seven right now.
7, okay. So, how did you get involved with music? What is your background?
It's kind of crazy actually because I got divorced in 2017. I was living with roommates. One of my roommates was like, if you can do redo everything over, what would you do? I was like, I'll do something with music. A couple months later, I went in to go for a photo shoot and started talking music with the person, DJ Quicksilver Cooley, and walked out hosting his TV show. And then went to radio with Dirty Harry on 94.1, and then went to management with my partner, Willie Green.
Wow, so that's super recent. You said 2017?
Yep.
You completely switched gears there. That's crazy. That's awesome.
It's been wonderful. It was actually 2018. Sorry.
Oh, 2018. Wow, that's even more recent. Crazy. I didn't know it was that recent.
Hmm.
How have you managed to stay consistent over the past 4 years?
Well, it's been a dream come true. It's something that I would never ever have thought I would have been able to do. Um, then managing the artists, like it's just constantly staying in touch and just trying to find out what their goals are and being able to put them in spots with the correct people, helping them achieve their goals. I want to see them succeed.
I was kind of in a similar boat as you, um, between, like, 2015 and 2020, and I found, during the pandemic, it was just really hard for me to manage everybody. How did you weather the storm of the pandemic and, stay busy with your artists and keep your artists, working and positive?
I mean, obviously there wasn't too many shows, so it was getting in the studio, getting the new music, getting videos out, just staying relevant, getting our name and our faces out there so that nobody would forget about us. It's all about staying active.
I ran into an issue where I felt like I didn't have as many resources. I kinda didn't know where to turn, and I didn't know how to, like, effectively communicate and manage my artists over that period of time. So I completely switched gears in what I do, and I now focus more on production, like, beats and podcast production and different things like that. So I completely switched gears. So that's impressive that you kept the path and you kept course with what you had originally intended.
I didn't want to let anybody down.
That's what's up. That's really impressive. So you're somebody that I noticed is super knowledgeable in the Twin Cities hip hop scene. I mean, I feel like every time I post about like who are the best artists out right now, I mean, you have like 20 names for me. I mean, I feel like you filled up my inbox one day with like 20 different names of artists that I should check out.
That's right.
So what are your thoughts on the Twin Cities hip hop scene? What would you like to see more of going forward?
I want to see artists step out of their comfort zone. Music and getting that recognition is all about getting the numbers and growing your fan base. Like, yes, music and you know making those songs and recording and like being able to get up on stage. All that. You're putting your personal self out there for everyone to judge you. But if you're staying within your group that you're comfortable with, no one is really going to know who you are, and you're not going to help yourself. So I want to see people get out of their comfort zone and do more shows, go to different shows than they're used to, collaborate maybe with like with different artists, not just the same people. Network, like go out of state, just reach a bigger audience than just the Twin Cities because we have a lot of talent here. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I'm always on Instagram and, all social media, and every day I discover somebody that I've never heard of who's super fire. Like the
Mhm.
kid I had on, last week, his name's Goldilocks, and I I'd been following him on Instagram, but I had never, like,
Okay.
heard of him until, like, I, dug into his catalog, and I invited him on the podcast, and, we chopped it up, and, that was, like, me getting out of my comfort zone and,
And you would have never known.
yeah, I woulda never known, and he's super fire.
I'm gonna have to look him up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm discovering new talent all the time. It's like there's something in the water or something.
We have the talent here in Minnesota and in the Twin Cities.
100%, and I've always known that, and I do agree. It's all about people getting out of their comfort zones and, going meeting people that they wouldn't normally link with, or, going to random cities in different states and doing shows and just meeting people.
Exactly.
I'm guilty of this too, but I feel like in Minnesota, we get stuck in our own little loop. We get stuck doing the same sort of shows at the same venues with the same people,
Yep.
and it's just the same thing. I mean, that was me for years, and I feel like when I started Next Entertainment, I did start to branch out, and I did start to meet a lot of people, but I feel like this podcast actually has helped me, get out of my comfort zone. Even though I'm doing most of them on Zoom, I feel like it's really helped me branch out and get out of my comfort zone because I'm an introvert, and I've always, kind of had trouble, yeah, just getting out there and meeting
I would have
people.
never guessed.
I have to fight myself to do things like this. I mean, and I'm like almost 50 episodes deep at this point, but yeah, I mean it's definitely it I mean I would say I'm a people person, but at the same time, like I'm very introverted. Like, I mean, most of the time you'll catch me just like at my home chilling, making beats. I mean, on a
Mhm.
regular basis. And um once the, pandemic, whenever hopefully it ends at some point, I really wanna start getting out there again and going to shows and, seeing people and meeting people.
Well, we have one on April 8th at the Caboose.
Right on, I will try to make it.
It's gonna be for sure all of our real deal artists, and then I'm not sure who else we'll have.
Well, hell yeah, I'll try to make it out. I'm glad that you plugged that because I don't think a lot of people have plugged shows, so I appreciate that. Do you have any do your artists have any albums coming out anytime soon?
Right now it's just singles and getting just making sure that everyone just keeps putting the music out and, you know, giving everyone content to listen to.
I saw all the music that you guys have up, so I'm definitely gonna go through and, listen to everything because I'm really curious and I really wanna hear everything, and I'll definitely, put your links in the description of the video
Thank
and
you so much.
definitely because I really I fuck with your hustle, and I really think that, that you're doing good shit out here, and I think that you're really,
Thank you.
putting on for the cities, and I feel like you deserve some shine for that because you're always, everything I've seen is super positive, super motivating. So I definitely want to see you and your artists succeed.
Thank you so much. I do too. It's weird how music is really like the only thing that keeps me focused.
So what advice would you give younger artists who are just getting started?
Please don't use freebies.
Absolutely.
That is my biggest pet peeve. Get out of your comfort zone, like expand out of your neighborhood. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like the internet's available, we have all the social media platforms. And so you can get connected to people from different states and still work together. Stay active on social media. Like I tell people, this industry is not going to wait for you, and there's no participation trophies.
Yep.
Like so you can't just put out a song and think like, oh, I'm going to make it, and then nothing happens. Then also they need to know that it's going to cost money. You know, you got to be ready to put money behind your career and your promotion, to push your stuff.
Thank you for saying the free beats thing, because my biggest pet peeve as a producer and as a recording engineer, well, especially as a recording engineer, when somebody brings me a track and they're like, "Oh, I just took this off YouTube."
Yep.
biggest pet peeve ever. Like, come on, buy your beats.
or lease them.
Yeah, or lease them.
Skip a bottle.
Leases are super cheap sometimes. I mean, you can get them for like 25, 30 bucks sometimes. I mean, at least just buy the bare minimum.
Yeah. But I mean, just keep putting yourself out there and, keep pushing your music.
So I like to cut these a little short these days so I can get the content out quicker and it's easier for me to edit. But I like to give everybody the last word. What last words would you like to leave the people with?
Check out Real Deal Entertainment and our artists. My artists are doing great things, and I'm just so proud of them.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you. And like I said, I think you're going to do big things and I can't wait to see what you do in the future.
We have a lot of big things coming. I can't wait. I'll make sure you know what's coming up.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.